Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got a review for Project Castaway, a new survival game that's out now on PC and it's entering a crowded market, but does it do enough to stand out from the crowd? Well, watch on and find out. The game opens with you aboard a small aircraft as it crashes into the ocean. Disorientated, unfamiliar with the controls, if the controls would even work with what I was playing on, the ROG Ally, I scrambled about until I finally broke the water's surface and spotted a small island not too far away. I must have played this opening no less than 24 times, because every time you die, you have the choice, reload your previous save or start afresh. The problem is that saving can only be done by sleeping, and it took me a good couple of hours to survive long enough to make myself a bed out of palm leaves. But that did not do me any good, as a Komodo dragon had a snack on me and I died of poisoning. So I tried again, this time being able to load my save, and I died from dehydration because I hadn't yet put together a water collection system. If there's a way to die in Project Castaway, I think I've done it. I've starved, drowned, fallen off a high cliff, got mugged by a Komodo dragon, succumbed to food poisoning. You get the picture. Normally when a game kills me so often, I kill the game by deleting it off my hard drive, but Project Castaway is a strange one in that it kept me coming back, because I knew I could beat it. I just had to beat myself, to be more disciplined, to not get distracted by every little distraction, to pay attention to what's going on and treat the game as if it really was a survival situation. No water? Death. No food? Death. Cold? Slow death. It helps that Project Castaway does not fall into the same traps as some of its peers when it comes to the user interface. It's incredibly easy and intuitive to use, even with the need to navigate what are essentially menus and sub-menus with the game's radial wheel and journal/backpack that allow for crafting and inventory management. I played on the ROG Ally, so it's gamepad controls for me, and to the game's credit, it supports controllers fully, no iffy workarounds required, and they work really well, and I never felt disadvantaged using the ROG Ally's gamepad controls. So what's the goal? Well, there isn't one, not yet at least. Right now the game has just one mode, Survival, which you can play regularly or in Hardcore mode, which introduces permadeath. As it's early access, there is more to come, and a challenge game mode is due to release sometime in the future. For now, you've got a more than decent survival simulator that does a bit more than just throw you on an island and tell you to figure it out. Instead, you've got many islands, because you can craft rafts and sail between islands, and you'll need to eventually, as each small island only has a finite amount of resources. So build a base, but also build a boat so you can ferry stuff around, otherwise you're going to die in your hobo mansion. It's a nice way of forcing you to never get too comfortable, to always be thinking forward, to play as a survivor. I played exclusively on the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme, and 30 FPS is what you're going to be aiming for, with everything turned down low and the resolution set to 720p. Otherwise it's sub 30 FPS and it doesn't feel great to play, and the jankiness hurts too. But with the inbuilt boosts on the ROG Ally, you can definitely get to a very playable state, and even with everything turned down to low, Project Castaway still looks really good, and if I'm being honest with you, I'm actually more looking forward to the future when the game releases on console, because that's where I'll really put the hours in. But if you're on PC and you're looking for a new survival game to get stuck into, bear in mind this is solo for now, co-op is planned for the future, then Project Castaway makes a very good case for itself, and fans of the genre would do well to at least give it a go. And there's the end of this review, and as it's early access, we're going to skip out on a score until the game either gets its full 1.0 release on PC or is released on console. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, do us a solid, go on down below, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and give the bell icon a ding so you're notified whenever we've got new stuff for you to watch. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.